Welcome back, Gamer with King family, to another F1 Clash video. We are here for the American Grand Prix, US Grand Prix. Let's go. I mean, they should probably rename it to like the Austin Grand Prix because there is the Miami Grand Prix, which is also in America. So it's a bit strange. But anyways, let's go. Let's go. We're here for the USA Grand Prix, and we're going to be getting qualified in this one. And see how we do. So first race up is going to be the Austin track in Texas. That's where it's going to be. So let's go race. See what we can do in this one. Here we go for our first race on Austin. Let's see how we qualify here. Now we're getting an actual look at our Charles Leclerc level 5 and our Alonso 5. So we're at P15, P22. So we're still in that little, looks like we're still in that little range that we was in originally. We're going to start off with the softs. We could start off with softs with both drivers since they're so far apart, and hopefully or Leclerc can make up some position, as Alonso will be making up some position. So I just need Leclerc to keep his head down and stay out in front. Probably go down the middle here. Dive in the middle, Leclerc. He tried. Go to the inside line, and there he goes up into some positions, up to P9. Alonso is in P18, so he kind of dropped back there. Oh, he moved up from P22. He's now up to P16, P14. Here comes Alonso firing. We need Leclerc to fire. Get up the inside of Russell. He went around the outside there, got blocked by AI Alonso. We're going to cut down on the straight, boost back up on the corner, and we picked up another position. With both drivers, can we squeeze around the outside of Carlos Sainz? No, we cannot. As we go up the inside now of Sainz, can we get Lewis Hamilton on the last corner? Yes, we can. Up to P4, P9 is where we're at with our first launch. All right, so pretty nice start from our drivers. Leclerc did a pretty good job. Alonso moved up from P22 up to P7 right now, as the soft compound tires is getting the job done. All right, let's see what tires are in front. So we have mediums on Leclerc, and you still see Alonso moving up as the hard tires move down. So we have Verstappen to pass still with or Alonso on his hards. Then we're going to be facing all softs. All right, so we're going to go around for another lap. And then we're just going to come back to pit for medium tires for both our drivers. We're looking nice and close right now. So we might be stocking here as Alonso moves up on Verstappen. What I'll have to probably do is just boost out Leclerc and cut Alonso down to conserve, so we don't stock. So we're going to do that now. Cut Alonso down to conserve, and then we're going to just boost our Leclerc from here into pit. So Alonso has a nice little gap to P6, so he should be good to not lose his position as Leclerc makes his way into pit. Ooh, who's that on softs going for another lap? Oh, it's mediums on Leclerc. Come on, get out. Just in time to not stock. Just in time. Great pit stop there from Charles Leclerc, and he's back out in P3. Also pit stop from Alonso, and he's back out in P11. So we'll cut them down there. We have hard tires in front of us. Ooh, mediums as well, who did not pit. So we have a good amount of gains to pick up on these guys as they go to pit, who did not pit. But we don't want to boost any at all, as we want to get 4 laps out off of these tires. So we're just going to allow our drivers to drive and pick up where they can. Sainz just blinked in the pits there. I hate it when they just blink in the pits. He went in. You can see P6, he stopped, and he's now out in P9. You know, he stopped, but Sainz just blinked, and I guess he's off to mediums. He just blinked in the pits there. All right, let's look at P1. Oh, P1 already stopped, so it's going to be P4. All right, let's look at P4. Max Verstappen on his stop, and we're going to see if he just blinks, and then he's out, like less than half a second. Or less than a second. All right, so here goes Max. He's in. We want to just see if he blinks. All right, so he stopped. And he stopped for his stop. And then he's out. but Sainz just blinked. I'm not gonna lie, Sainz just went in, and by the time we look, he was on his way out. All right, so we got Perez, who was on hard tires, out the way. Then we have now Alonso with 2 hard tires in front of him, Hamilton and Perez. So he should pass Lewis Hamilton eventually here. As we move on to the final lap, we're in P2, P5, looking pretty good. So we're going to use a little bit of these tires that we have on Hamilton so we don't run out. And we're in a great spot to P2, P4, all because of the great start we had with both drivers making up a good amount of positions on their soft tires with the race start boost. All right, so we could now boost to finish from here, or Leclerc, and we could just boost Carlos or Alonso as well and see if we can squeeze by Sainz. No, we cannot. We're not close enough to squeeze by him on the last corner as we ran out of tires on the way to the line. All right, so overall a nice race there for us, telling you that drivers being free to race is the way to go, and you can use those drivers to make up as much places as you possibly can with your tire management strategy and your race strategy to have a good race. So let's go jump into our next race and see how we do in that one. Here we go for our next race on Zandvoort. Nice and dry. Let's see where we qualify. Alright, so Leclerc again out in front. P15, P20 for Alonso. So Alonso gained in this qualifiers here. Now, do we want to start both drivers on softs again? Yeah, I think we can. We can run both drivers on softs again. Hopefully Leclerc makes up some places and pull away from Alonso and not allow Alonso to catch up. Because Alonso, come on Leclerc, inside, there you go. There you go, Leclerc, slipping up the inside there. And Alonso is going to take all of that inside. Come on, Alonso, what happened? And Leclerc kind of got stuck as Alonso got stuck as well. All right, so we're going to cut down right here, and then we're going to boost back up right around here. And we should pick up at least 2 more positions through these corners. There we go. Up to P10. Can we get more? Up to P9. Alonso is right at P12. Up to P8. As we go down the final home straight, swing up to the inside line, up to P7 and P10 after lap 1, which is awesome. But both drivers are nice and close together, which is not that awesome. Let's look at the tires. We have hards and mediums in front, so we should pick those off fairly quickly. There goes Leclerc on the hards. And we should see Alonso taking... Ooh, the mediums moved up on Leclerc. So Alonso should take down Leclerc fairly quickly as well. And we're creating just a little bit of distance between our drivers. We want or Alonso to take down that Leclerc. He does now. As we see or Leclerc moves up to P4, as we're going to go to pit now for some fresh medium tires. So what I'm going to do is the same thing I just did. We're going to boost or Leclerc, and then we're just going to let Alonso cruise on in on conserve, as he has a nice little gap to P9 there, as we don't want any stock in. So we'll cruise on in with Alonso. Just perfect again here. Just perfect again. All right, so we're out in P10, cut down, and P20 with Alonso, who moves back up to P19 fairly quickly. And we'll just let our drivers drive now, as we have 4 laps remaining, and we want to pick up some places with those 4 laps. So we'll pick off those who are on the hard tires, are going to be easy pickings for us on the mediums, as we're on the softer compound. So those shouldn't hold us up too much. And then we'll just pick up like everybody who's going to be going into pit here. We picked up a big haul. So we're up to P6, P11, and we still have a few cars on hards who have not pitted, who's in front of us. So we should pick up on those when they go to pit as well. All right, and our tires will be saved to do 4 laps. So we should get a nice comfortable finish here at Zandvoort. All right, so there goes the hard tires up in front, and our Leclerc picks up to those up to P4. We're gonna give our Alonso just a little bit of boost down the straight here to see if he can squeeze up. So we got up to P8, which is nice. All right, so majority are on softs. Those softs are gonna come back out of our mediums really quick. So we gotta keep a close eye out on those softs. Alonso is on hard tires, so our Leclerc is gonna be putting up a fight. Look at P9 flying on his softs. Lewis Hamilton coming to catch up. Let's give our Leclerc a little bit of boost, see if we can pass P2 up the inside, and let's boost our Alonso. There we go. So we got P2 to hold off P9. And let's push now Alonso to finish from here and push Leclerc to finish from there to hold his positions. Let's see if Alonso can pick up at least one more position off Sainz. What tires is Sainz on? He's also on medium, so he's going to be a good pass. There we go. Picking him up. And up to the line. There we go. So P2, P7 for us here with our drivers. We're driving pretty well. I'm not going to lie. They're driving pretty good. Making up the places where it need to and holding their own here in the qualifying of the Champions GP. Let's jump on into the next race and see how we do in that one. Here we go for next race, Bahrain. 100% chance of rain here at Bahrain. Let's go. It's going to be completely wet. It's rare when you get a full wet race at Bahrain, very rare. P16, P19 for our qualifiers. And I really don't like the wet races this season. But yeah, let's go do what we can do here at Bahrain. 100% chance of rain. All right, so we're going to be doing a one-stop strategy or a two-stop strategy. So or we might mix it one stop with one driver, two stop with the other based on the start that we get. Leclerc getting a slow start, Alonso a fast start, Alonso getting a perfect start. As we can see, there goes Alonso picking off Leclerc nice and early up the inside all the way. Alonso and Leclerc is now coming back at Alonso. Doesn't like the fact that Alonso passed and he wants to be in the lead. All right, we're going to cut them down here and cut them down there. And then we'll just boost back up around here to pick up those positions. And then we'll cut back down here, cut back down there, and then we'll just boost back up here. All right, so we got that position. We'll cut back down. All right, so now it's a matter of looking at the tires. We got a great start from both drivers. So we're going to be going 3 laps with one driver, and we might be able to squeeze 4 laps out of one driver. And the driver we're going to be doing 3 laps with is going to be the driver we're going to be doing the 2-stop with. And then the driver we're going to be doing 4 laps with is the driver we're going to be doing the 1-stop with. And as we're looking at the tires, Leclerc has more tire management than Alonso, so he's going to be able to go for the 4 laps. I mean, both drivers could go for 4 laps here. We crossed the line above 50% with both drivers. So we could go for 4 laps with both, but then they're nice and close and we don't want to stock. So we're going to have to push our Alonso in that case to make up some places and try to create some distance with him. Can we get Verstappen? No, we cannot. Now we can try again. There we go. All right, so we're going to just do that. 4 laps with both drivers, do the 1-stop and finish because we're making up the places with our Alonso. Up the inside now. There we go. All right. And we cross the line with 25% tire. So we have a nice little distance now created. So we're going to go to pit with both drivers here on lap 4. Everybody should be going to pit here on lap 4. And we have a nice distance so we won't stock. All right, now what we're going to do is boost or Alonso from there. And then we're going to kind of slow down Leclerc to charge his battery. As Alonso makes his way to pit, we don't want Leclerc to come in too fast either. Ooh, they're going for 5 laps. They're going for 5 laps. That's massive. and just perfect for our pit stop. And they're going for 5 laps, which is just massive for us. All right. Oh, these guys are doing 4 laps. The rest of the front of the pack is doing 5 laps. All right. So everybody in front is going to be going into pit, leaving us to boost by pit and pick up those positions. With both drivers, we might get up in a top 10 with both drivers here. So we're going to line it up, and we're going to boost our Leclerc from there and boost our Alonso from here. And we should have enough boost to get up into position, up to P2 with Alonso. And can we get up to P3 with Leclerc? All right, so we're up to P6. He got blocked on the exits, but we could push him to make up those places. He has the power unit to do so. So we can push him to make up some places. As we attack the inside of Leclerc, we got him. Then we'll cut back down. Then we'll attack Verstappen, cut down. Then we'll attack again. Come on, we got him. We got him. All right, so one more to pass with 2 laps to go. And it's Lando Norris. We're going to attack here, up the inside. There we go. Picking off Lando Norris, and we are right at the 50% tire mark, so we're good to go. Now, do we want to go for the lead car with our Alonso? I mean, we could go and attempt to catch up. You know, catch up is not one of the things that we see happening that much this season, but we could try to catch up. And we're not catching up really, but we're trying though. We're trying. And our power unit is down. We're boosting through the slower parts of the track. And looks like we've catch up. But our power unit is basically done. So we want to have just enough to do a last stint charge to overtake. Do it now. We were just a bit off. And we're not going to catch him on the last corner because we won't have the power unit to do so. So great race in the end here at Bahrain, completely wet. So 4-4 worked out great for us. You one stop with both drivers as the front runners went for 5 laps and the back runners went for 4 laps. So it's worked out really great for us. So we really didn't have anybody to slow us down on our 5th lap coming around to pass. All right. So let's go jump on into our next race and see how we do in that one. Here we go for final race of the video back at Austin. And we're going to see where we qualify so we know if we could run the double softs at the start. All right, so we have a nice little P17, P22. We have a nice little gap there. So we could go with the double softs again. So we're going to give Leclerc the Cuppa and we're going to give Alonso the Kawhi. And let's go see what we could do here at Austin. We want to see Leclerc move into the inside line. He got the perfect start. He slams into the back of Verstappen. Switch to the inside line quickly. Leclerc, he didn't make the inside line. Alonso made it though, and he's off to push. All right, so Leclerc got a slow start this one, but Alonso got a good start. He's up to P14. Trying to go to the inside. Around the outside he goes. Leclerc back on the inside, trying to take the position. We're cut down there. And then we'll just boost back up here and allow them to do their thing. As we see Leclerc takes back the position from Alonso. As Alonso is kind of dropping back. As the rival now starts to boost. Up the inside goes Leclerc. Alonso on the inside as well. Coming up to follow. Up the inside goes Leclerc up to P7. Great drive from him. Alonso P13. Alright, so now we're going to need them to drive and create that distance. We see Leclerc doing a good job making his way here. Alonso holding down P13, defending rival Perez up the inside, give him that support, and we picked up P11 through that corner right there. So we got P11. All right, and he needs a little support to hold off Yuki Tsunoda, and he got that position. All right, so final lap to pit. Then we're going to go for the mediums again and go to finish. We don't want the drivers to stock. So once again, we have a nice little distance, but we're going to do the same thing we did. We're going to slow our Alonso. It doesn't look too good to slow right now as the traffic is right on him. Give him that support. We're going to boost Leclerc here. Let's see if we could just keep Alonso on regular drive-in. On his way in, let's cut him down there to save a little bit of time as Leclerc ran out of tires, and he's just making it into the pits as Alonso come in now. There we go, perfect stop, and we're back out in P9 and P18 with our Alonso. So we're gonna cut down there and just allow them to drive. We have a host of mediums and hard tires in front who did not stop, so we should take up those positions fairly quickly. We just need now to watch our drivers and give them the support where we see they can get the overtake done, like there. And then there comes the defense, so we give Alonso some support as well. There's one driver in pit, and we're going to give Alonso some support here. See if he could squeeze past George Russell. Up the inside he goes, picking up Gasly and Russell. Nice drive from him. As Leclerc defends, give him some support off Ocon here. Come on, we gave him the support he needed early enough to hold off Ocon. Alright, so we retake Ocon. We have a few cars that are going to be going into pit, so what we're going to do is boost here and boost here. It's one car who was going to go to pit, but not one in front of our Alonso, and he's going to take up all of that, so he's up to P7. Now we'll have to kind of cut down to conserve here, to kind of slow our tire use a bit. Moving up on Stroll. Defense, hold him off, no overtaking on the straight, Stroll, don't you know that? Then we can cut it back up now. Stroll, retake our position off Leclerc. What tires is Stroll on? Ocon attacking on his hards. Okay, Stroll is on hards, so we should be able to squeeze back up the inside of Stroll. There we go, squeezing back up the inside, and we have 25%, crossing the line, 25%, good. So as long as we keep both drivers going right now, we should not lose any positions, and we're not going to be gaining any positions, and we should not run out of tires. We could gain on Stroll here with or Alonso. All right, so we're going to boost him through the corners here. See if he can pick up on Stroll. And he's going to run out of tires, but we want to pick off Stroll before he does. Then we'll just cut him down here, boost now, or Leclerc to finish, and then we'll just boost off or Alonso to finish from there to pick up a nice P4, P6 in the final round, final race here of the qualifying round. All right, so overall great races for us. We played around with strategy and it was favorable to us. So we've gotten some great scores, holding a nice average in the 40 points for all races. If you're wondering, the drivers that we're using, there they are: level 5 Leclerc, level 5 Alonso, and that's the setup that we're using if you're wondering that as well. All right, so let's see our final score after all 4 races, how that is looking. We should be at the top of the qualifying group here. There we go, 170 points. All right, there we go, all 40 average for our races there. All right, so that's basically going to be it for this one. Let me know down in the comments how you guys are doing in your event. Use code word spinner down below to let me know that you made it to this portion of the video. Really appreciate you guys for all your support. All right, shout out Christopher Graves.
And they say if we'll only avoid any confrontation with the enemy, he'll forget his evil ways and learn to love.